I'm just going to wave. And then when it goes live, at least when it starts, I'm waving. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Is the microphone actually on? It looks like nothing's happening on the microphone. This is a little bit of a worry. Let me know you can hear me. I think we're on. Why is Anna laughing so much? Why are you laughing? Anna is in hysterics, and I don't know why. They can hear me. What are you laughing at? I'm trying to do a live stream here. I might have to send you out of the room. Anna's in hysterics, and I don't know why. Hello, everybody. I can now see that you can hear me. We are right. Seriously, what's the matter with you? I'm going to point the camera at you in a minute. But then you need to tell me why you're laughing so much, or stop laughing, or leave the room. There are your three choices. Goodness me. Hello again, everybody. We're live. We're trying to do these live streams a little bit more often. I really enjoyed the last one. Hopefully you really enjoyed the last one as well. And we're going to try and do them every week, every 10 days or so, I think. Not necessarily always on the same day, but it will always be at this sort of time in the normal vlog slot. It allows us to have that nice little direct interaction with you guys every now and again, or a little bit more regular than we do at the moment. Also means I can have a day off vlogging once a week or once every 10 days or so. 2 or 3 days off a month, 2.5 years in. I think that's all right. So the plan for the video is to just have a little chat about the summer holidays. So the summer holidays are starting in 5 days. The children have 5 days left at school, and then it is all action, and we're just out everywhere constantly. So we're gonna have a little bit of a chat about what we're going to be up to, let you ask your questions about that kind of stuff. But also, if anyone's got any suggestions for things that we could do, this would be a nice little place to maybe get some ideas for extra stuff we can get up to over the summer as well. I can see there's a few people asking, where's Andy? We've been out all day. You'll see on tomorrow's vlog that we've had an action-packed day today. Basically, the summer holiday activities have started today. We left the house super early this morning, only got back. Why is that one piece of hair doing that at the front? I look like I'm in Greece. We got back 20 minutes ago. What is going on here? And he's had something to eat, and then he's gone upstairs. So he might come and join us at some point during the stream. I suggest he probably won't, because he's up there just kind of chilling out, relaxing, doing Andy things on his own. So summer holiday plans. Let's kick things off by letting you know the stuff we've already got planned, just because there's a lot of it. And I should have written this down. I hope I'm going to get everything in. So this is to give you an idea of what you're going to be seeing in the vlogs, places we're going to be going, places where you might be able to bump into us. And also so that when it comes to getting your suggestions for things we can do, you don't suggest stuff we've already got planned. So firstly, starts off next weekend with MGPX in Peterborough, our live podcast and gaming event convention day thing, which is going to be awesome. If you've got any way of getting to Peterborough next Saturday, get to Peterborough next Saturday. We've got the back room of the Brewery Tap booked, which is an awesome pub in the centre of Peterborough. It's just opposite from Peterborough train station. It's just next door to the big shopping centre car park. The bus station is next door. The coach station is next door. The main road that goes through the middle of Peterborough, it's next door. It is the most perfect location you could possibly imagine in Peterborough. So if you've got any way of getting there, head to Peterborough Saturday afternoon next week. You'll be treated to a live podcast from me, Anna, and the rest of the Mature Gamer podcast folks. But we also have a quiz, we have a raffle, we have some retro gaming stuff being brought along for people to play on. There's going to be space for people to set up their own video games and board games. And we've got this room booked from 1 o'clock in the afternoon all the way through till midnight. So 11 hours of just hanging out and having an awesome, good time. So if you've got a way to get to Peterborough next weekend, get to Peterborough next weekend. Then after that, we're going to Bournemouth. We've got 3 days in Bournemouth in the first week of the summer holidays. Someone has already very kindly paid for us to go to the aquarium, the oceanarium down in Bournemouth. So we're going to be going and seeing some fishes and doing seaside stuff down in Bournemouth. I am going to rattle through the rest of this quickly. The sales pitch was just for MGPX. So we've got MGPX, Bournemouth, Summer in the City. Me and the girls will be at Summer in the City all 3 days again. I'm doing a panel at Summer in the City on the Saturday. I'm moderating the neurodiversity panel with the Aspie World and a couple of other people who I don't think have been announced yet, but there's going to be 4 of us on the panel. I'm going to be going to. We've got 3 days in Blackpool as well in August. I'm hopefully going to be going to Insomnia. I think I'm going to Insomnia. I just need to confirm a day, but I think I'm going to Insomnia. And then we've got Centre Parks just after the kids go back to school. So action-packed. I think that's everything. Now discuss. Let's have your ideas, your suggestions, or I mean, I'm happy to answer a few questions as well. Maybe after we sort of reach the halfway point of where this would be as a video. So maybe in maybe 5 or 10 minutes time, we'll just do a general Q&A thing. But I'd like to keep us roughly on topic for the first part of this. If you know of something really, really cool going on in the UK over the next 7 weeks, let us know about it, because then we can try and fit it in somewhere, because we want to just. I hate being trapped in this house. I want to be out and about all the time, but obviously within reason, because Andy doesn't like being out every day. But we want to try and find a nice balance between the kids having their rest and their break from school, but also all 5 of us getting out and about and having fun and not going crazy trapped in these 4 walls. That's the plan. So let's have a little look at the chat, see what people are saying. Jack Port said, can I go to MGPX because I'm 16? It is a pub, so I don't actually know what the rules are around pubs. I assume if you're under 18 and you want to get in a pub, you're probably going to need to be accompanied by an adult. So if you're under 18s are welcome. We've had kids come to the event before, but I don't think you'll get in the pub without an adult with you to get through to the back room. So if you're an under 18, yeah, I probably should have said that at the time. If you're under 18, you do need to have an adult with you, because it is a pub. We don't drink. It's not going to be a big drinking event, but pub function rooms are the easiest and cheapest places to book for these kind of things. Can I go to Exeter Comic Con in September? Realistically, no. I go to the Birmingham and London Comic Cons, and I think they're enough. If I started going to more Comic Cons, Anna would kill me. I think Scotland would be nice as a family holiday, and Andy would love a lot of the churches. Scotland's definitely on the to-do list. Probably not for this summer, just because it's quite a big trip. It's not somewhere we can just nip for the day, and we've got to try and, as much as possible, try and be sensible about money. The fair in Leicester would be great for Andy. Right, that's the sort of thing I want to know about. When is the fair in Leicester? Because Andy loves a fair, and me and Anna were talking. Why were we talking about taking Andy to Leicester today? There was something in Leicester. There's a massive lift. Anyone who's ever been to Leicester in one of the shopping centres or the shopping centre? I've not been to Leicester a lot. This piece of hair is doing my head in. But there's this really high shopping centre that's got a really big lift that goes super fast. And it's a glass lift, yeah, as Anna's saying. We want to take him in that lift. So if we have more than one reason to go to Leicester, travelling all the way to Leicester just to go in a lift is crazy. But if we're going to Leicester to go to a fair and happen to go to the lift when we're there, that makes a lot of sense. Right, let's keep scrolling down. George is going to France in August. Excellent. What are you up to in France? You should play on Lollipop 2 Driver San Francisco for Peter. I don't know what that is. Can we meet you in Bournemouth? Right, meeting us. I'm not against people bumping into us and asking for a selfie or just having a quick chat. What I'm not going to do is arrange a certain time and place to do a formal meetup, because Andy hates it. He doesn't like meeting new people. He doesn't like having to just wait around in one spot for no reason. So last year when we went to Blackpool, we did a proper sort of let's all meet here at this time. And it was brilliant. Loads of people came. It was really cool. But Andy really didn't enjoy it at all. And he was in a mood for the rest of the day after we did it. So we're not going to say, let's be in a certain time at a certain place. However, if you live around the Bournemouth area, and this goes for Blackpool as well when we're there, it goes for London, it goes for any places that we go. If you keep an eye on our social media, Twitter and Instagram mainly, if you keep an eye on those, if we know we're going to be in a place for a while, like if we've just got to the beach, we'll probably put a post on Instagram showing we're at the beach. Or if we've just got to the arcade, we might tweet to say we just got to this arcade. We've got a couple of hours of 2p machines coming up now. So if you are local and you see us mention we are at a place and we're going to be there for a while, by all means, come down and say hello. That's the perfect way to meet us, because Andy's already doing something else that he wants to do. So he's not just hanging around on the street saying hello to people, which he hates. He's in the sea while we're having a chat with people, and people are going, "Hi, Andy," and he's going, "Hi," and then continuing to paddle in the sea or looking up from his 2p machine. So that's the best way to meet us. I'm sorry it's not able to be more formal than that. And Summer in the City is completely different. Andy's not there. If there's enough demand for people to come and find us, I mean, we'll be around Summer in the City all weekend. But if you are at Summer in the City, firstly, the panel is a great way to come and meet us, because I'm definitely going to be there at that time. But I'm happy if enough people want it for each day of Summer in the City to have a certain time and place where we'll do a little meet up thing. Ollie asks, will we get Merlin passes? Merlin passes is one of those things where we're not quite sure if we can justify it this year now. We were really, going back a month, 6 weeks ago, we were super keen on getting Merlin passes. I actually had them all in the basket. We were ready to buy them. And then just before I hit checkout, I think Anna mentioned, when are we going to use them for the first time? And we looked at the calendar, and then we looked at the weather forecast, and it was pretty clear that if we'd have bought them then, we wouldn't be able to use them for a month, because the 2 or 3 days we could go, it was going to be pouring down with rain. So we thought, well, let's hold fire on them for now, not buy them until we know we're going to use them like in the next week, because otherwise it's a waste. There's no point buying them and then wasting the first month of them. You get 12 months. So it's now mid-July. We still haven't bought them yet. And now we're looking at it thinking, well, for 5 Merlin passes, for the premium ones, because they're the only ones you can use in August. You can't use the standard Merlin passes in August when we want to use them. So 5 premium Merlin passes, you're looking at £700. Are we going to get £700 of value out of Merlin passes now? I know we could probably get a trip to Alton Towers, a trip to Legoland, maybe a trip to Thorpe Park in this year. And then we could obviously use them May, June, early July next year. So there's a chance we could maybe, but more realistically, I think we might get a day at Legoland and a day at Alton Towers. And if that's all we're going to get, we may as well just go and pay for them on the day. So I think there will be trips to Legoland and Alton Towers this summer. I'm not sure if we're going to get Merlin passes, though. We might do. We'll see. Right, let's scan down the chat a little bit more, see what else people have got to say. Elton Keane says, when is the next Nottingham trip? It will be within the first couple of weeks of the summer holidays. So it won't be next weekend because we've got MGPX. It won't be during that week because we're in Bournemouth. It probably won't be that weekend because we'll be recovering from Bournemouth. There's a chance it might be the week after that, though, because there's then a couple of weeks where we've not got a lot on between Bournemouth and Summer in the City. I think there's like a 2-week gap where we don't really have anything penciled in at the moment. So probably sometime in there, we'll go to Nottingham because Andy is desperate to go. Is it the Travelodge in Bispham? No. Are you asking about Blackpool? That's Blackpool, isn't it? No, that's not where we're staying. We're not going to tell people where we're staying. That would be crazy. Andy, you're going to come and say hello?
Hello.
Come over here and wave. Come and wink into the camera. Andy's wandered downstairs.
Three letters.
What are you watching?
3 letters.
Oh, okay. There you go. You're doing a wink. Excellent stuff. So Andy's come down to join us. A wink. Wink. Excellent. Right, where did we get to in this chat? Absolutely Autism asks, have we ever been to Thorpe Park? We've been to Thorpe Park a few times. I don't think Andy's not been to Thorpe Park, has he? I think Thorpe Park is more of an adult park. So we've never taken Andy there because there's nothing there for him, really. He likes CBeebies Land at Alton Towers and he likes Legoland because it's a younger age target. Thorpe Park we've been to probably 4 or 5 times, though. There's certainly a couple of 3, apparently. I would say 4 then, because we stayed there overnight. So we did 2 days and then we've been back twice since. So 4 days in Thorpe Park over the last 6 years. But there's at least 2 Thorpe Park vlogs on the channel somewhere, including we went to Thorpe Park Fright Nights in 2017. We went to Fright Night. And then last year we went back for the Darren Brown train thing. So yeah, we've done it. Thorpe Park's fine, but we're not big into big roller coasters. So Thorpe Park's not our favourite park. But when we have Merlin passes, we go to Thorpe Park to get our value out of them. Zoe says you should do a trip to Norfolk and Norwich. There's always stuff going on around here. Tell me some specific stuff and some specific reasons, and then maybe. Are the JB02 says, are the 5 of you going to Bournemouth? Yes, all 5 of us are going to Bournemouth. Sid asks, are we going back to Blackpool? Yes, we are. We talked about that a little bit earlier on in the stream. We're definitely going to Blackpool. Kev, did you know Andy is entitled to a bus pass because he has special needs? You could ask his school about it. I can't imagine any scenario where he'd use the bus, so it's not really that important. Damien's asking, do I have a mod in the stream? I don't know. There's sometimes mods. If they're not here, then, I mean, if people are being silly now, when I go through it afterwards, they're just going to get themselves blocked anyway. So be silly if you want. You're getting blocked afterwards, and you won't ever be able to be silly again. You should visit Scarborough. There's trains, beach, and 2p machines. I've been to Scarborough before, and the thing with Scarborough is it's no different really to Skegness or Hunstanton or Great Yarmouth or any of these other places that are just the same but nearer. So seaside places that are far away, you need a bit more about them, like Bournemouth and Blackpool do. If it's just your bog standard seaside place, we'll just go to Skeggy. Right, where do we get to? Jerry asks, is Andy a big QI person? Andy, do you like QI?
Yeah, flossing every week.
Yes, he does. Every day at school, the last thing he does is they put the QI theme tune on in his classroom, and him, his TA, and his teacher floss to the QI theme tune every single day. I don't know why. I don't know how it started, but they do, and I think that's awesome. Right, I just saw a question that then scrolled away from me. Ben Gaming says, you know you can get the disabled badge on your family car since Andy's HCP can help with getting one. My understanding of it is it becomes easier for people with autism to get a disabled badge from August. It was August, wasn't it? We were told. So once August comes around, we'll try. But I mean, I don't know that we necessarily need one. Yeah, we get by fine without needing one. But obviously, if we're able to get one once August comes around, there are certainly situations where it would be handy. But my worry with getting a disabled badge is I wouldn't want to, like if it was a really busy day and there was only one disabled space, we're probably not going to use it because we're fine parking a bit further away and walking up. Andy has complete mobility. If he wants to be there, he'll walk. If he doesn't want to be there, it's no easier if we're closer. He'll still refuse. So there's not much advantage to us in getting a disabled pass. But we're not that good people that will turn one down if we're offered one. I think that's what happens in August. Tori says there's an In the Night Garden performance at Norwich Theatre Royal that I believe is autistic friendly. There was one in Nottingham 2 weeks ago, I think. Oh, it's today, is it? There was one in Nottingham today. We didn't go. Why didn't we go there?
I told you on Tuesday, and that's as far as it went.
Apparently there was one in Nottingham today we could have gone to, but we didn't. And I knew, but then forgot. But we went somewhere else today, and that was fun anyway. Today's trip, you'll see on tomorrow's vlog, where we went today, completely Andy's idea, and we had a great time. So I think we did good. You should take Andy to the WWE. I think there's a show at the O2 Arena. Andy wouldn't enjoy live wrestling. He's slowly coming around to the idea of watching it on the telly because he's exposed to it so much. But I think we're a long way away from... I mean, I went to see Raw at the O2 back in May, and there was a lot of waiting around. I was in London from about 4:30, and they didn't actually start wrestling until 7:30, probably. A lot of queuing, a lot of waiting, and even then, once the show is live, there's all the sitting through advert breaks while nothing's really happening. I don't think he'd enjoy it. Rihanna asks, "What's Andy looking forward to this summer?" Andy, what are you excited about for the summer? What do you want to do? What do you want to do in the summer? I don't know how to. He wants to go to the beach. There you go. I couldn't think of a good way to answer the question. But we got an answer. Heather Hollingworth asks, "What is our dream holiday?" I think my dream holiday is very different to our dream holiday. I think our dream holiday as a collective. So if I was taking the family on a dream holiday, I'm going to assume Disney World in Florida is our dream holiday as a family. Yeah, just hitting up Florida for like 2-3 weeks, Disney, Universal, all that stuff. That would be absolutely awesome. For me, if it was just me going on holiday, if this like didn't exist at all, I'd stay on the plane a little longer and get off at Las Vegas, probably. I like playing poker. Gregor's Fun Videos asks, are Merlin passes expensive? Yes, they are. Mr. Limegrass says, what did you expect when you made the YouTube channel? I didn't expect anything. I just wanted to make videos and thought it would be fun. And yeah, there was never any expectation going into this. It was just something that looked like it would be fun. It was fun. And then it turned into a job. And that's awesome. Tasha asked, does Andy want to go on an aeroplane? Andy, do you want to go on an aeroplane? No. There we go. There is someone spoke to us about a thing. I think it's at Gatwick that they did last October that hopefully they'll do again this October, where they invite people with disabilities who've never flown before to come down and try getting on a plane. You don't actually fly, but you get to go through the whole of the rest of the process. So go through the airport, go through checking in, actually get on the plane and see what being on a plane is like. And then you're on there for like 10 minutes, have a little feel of it, and then get off again and go home, just as a way to understand what's involved and work out what parts will be more of a challenge than others. So if that runs again this October, we definitely want to go and try that out, because long term we would like to be able to fly places, but it's not on the agenda in the next year or so, I wouldn't have thought. Connor Park says, is it worth specializing in a degree instead of doing the broad computer science degree? I want to do cybersecurity. I don't know. That's a big question.
Digital forensics.
Anna's yelling digital forensics. It really depends. If you are absolutely 100% certain that you want to work in cybersecurity for the rest of your life, then by all means, specialize in cybersecurity on your degree. But what you're doing by doing that is closing your door on other aspects of computer science. Whereas if you do a computer science degree, you could then go and work in cybersecurity. But if you get bored of it after 5 years, you could then go and be a programmer or a network manager or any of these other things. So I think I'm not an expert. I don't work in cybersecurity, but I know people who do. And I don't think you need a degree in cybersecurity to work in cybersecurity. You need to have a good understanding of the principles of computer science, and then you'll get trained on the job. And if they need you to have a specific industry qualification, they'll send you to go and do it. So, yeah, I mean, it would be like, I would liken it to a doctor doing a degree just in, I don't know, heart surgery. I'll do I know I want to be a heart surgeon, so I want to do a degree in heart surgery. That's great. As long as you've got a passion about heart surgery, you know, it's all you ever want to do. By all means, specialize in heart surgery. But if you just want to be a doctor and maybe want to try different aspects of being a doctor, keep your options open for as long as you can. Right. What's the time? We're probably going to go for another 10 minutes or so. So we've already kind of started anyway, but we'll open the floor to just general Q&A stuff for the last 10 minutes or so. So no longer feel that you have to be stuck on just questions about the summer holidays or vacations in general. If you've got a question on any topic for the next 10 minutes or so, feel free to throw them at me, and we'll do our best to answer as many of them as we can in the next 10 minutes or so. There's a couple of questions coming up that I can see we've already answered as well. So if we've already answered them, I'm just going to ignore them. You might want to go back and watch the replay of the stream after we're done. Particularly, there's quite a few questions about Merlin passes still coming in. We've talked about them quite a lot already. Right. Jerry asks, are you a big Friends person? I'm not. She is. As I assume, as in the TV series. You like Friends, don't you? She loves Friends. When are we going to Disney? That's from Cleo. We are going back to Disneyland Paris in May. So May half term, like we did this year. We went May half term. We're going back May half term again next year. It's the combination of a time that's convenient, but also a time that's fairly affordable as well. Right. Yeah, and the temperature's more manageable. What's my favorite part about being a family vlogger? That's from Rihanna. My favorite part is that I get to go and do really awesome stuff and call it work. So I don't have anybody telling me what I can do. When you see tomorrow's vlog, you'll see the day we've had today has just been a fun family day out. We've had a great time, but that was a day's work for me, and I really enjoyed doing it. And every day is a day I really enjoy. So I like the fact that I don't ever have those days where I hate my job or I don't want to get up and work. I just, if it ever gets to the point where something's too repetitive or too boring, we just do something different and point the camera in a slightly different direction that day. But it really, my job is go out and have as much fun as I can have, but just make sure that I'm filming it so you can watch me having fun or watch us having fun. What a job. Grace asks, do we have Netflix? We do. We are suckers for a subscription service. We've got Netflix. We've got Amazon Prime. We've got Spotify. We've got YouTube Premium. Basically, if there's a way to pay a media company for content, we tend to do it. We like our media. Someone's typing donation in capital letters over and over again. If someone made a donation and I missed it, thank you. If you're just typing donation, then please stop. But I didn't see anything come in, but I can see that's been typed over and over and over again. Right, I'm going to go down to the bottom of the chat and find the most recent ones. Maybe Porthcawl or Barry Island or Western Supermare, which have beaches and arcades and sometimes fun fairs. They're all quite far away for us. I think if we were to do one of those, they'd be as a replacement for Bournemouth, but we're definitely doing Bournemouth this year. Have we been to Drayton Manor? I've never been to Drayton Manor. Have you ever been to Drayton Manor? None of us have ever been to Drayton Manor. Tell me about Drayton Manor. What's good about Drayton Manor? Tasha asks, will Andy go to college? Will Andy go? I'm not sure what your question is. I think you're asking, will Andy go to college? If he wants to, probably. It's really up to him. Becca Boo asks, is Amy feeling better? Yeah, she was feeling better by Saturday morning. She was milking it by Saturday morning, that's for sure. Right, let's have a look. Andy, what was your favourite ride at Disney? What's your favourite thing at Disney?
Carousel.
The carousel. There you go. You liked the carousel. Didn't go on it. Yeah, as Anna says, he wanted to go on it the first day. We didn't get around to doing it. And then the second day,
It's bedtime.
he wouldn't go on it when we offered it to him. And now he really wants to go on it. So that's the one he thinks about a lot. Joseph asks, will I ever use my drone again?
Well done.
Maybe. I keep it charged. It's ready to go whenever. But I think the thing with drones is there's very few places left that you're allowed to fly them. And the places that you're allowed to fly them, they're really boring and there's nothing to see. I'm not one for just putting pretty scenery in a vlog. If I'm using a drone, I want to be putting it over the top of a fair or over the top of the beach. But you're not allowed to fly drones over people without a license, and I don't have one. So perhaps I need to go and get a license. But until I'm able to, I don't want to go somewhere specifically to fly a drone and then vlog about that. I want to be out vlogging and think this would be a really cool thing to show from above and put the drone in the air. But you can't do that anymore. You were never really allowed to do it, but people are actually getting prosecuted for it now, so it's not worth the risk. How is Owen? I don't know. I've not seen him since you last saw him. Cameron Levi Campbell says, are you going to London Film Thing on the weekend of Friday, the 26th of July? No. We only go to the MCM Comic-Cons because the London Film and Comic-Con thing, from my understanding of it, is that one's more about just going and get your picture taken with celebrities, which I'm not interested in at all. MCM Comic-Con, she says, unless it's Arrow. Stephen Amell was at MCM Comic-Con and he was in the green room that I also went into. I could have walked up to him while he was having a cup of coffee and said hello, and I didn't. So I was afraid. The same reason I was afraid to talk to Rhett and Link when I had lunch with them. I'm afraid of these people. But yeah, I'm not into just going to meet celebrities. I prefer MCM Comic-Cons because it's more about the fun comics. Apparently we got £4. Whoever gave us £4, thank you. I don't know why it hasn't flashed up on my screen. They usually do. But thank you to whoever. Presumably it was a super chat. Thank you to whoever did the super chat. I feel like a monster now, but I'm scrolling back through. I can't see that came through on my end. So thank you to whoever it was. Are you a big Jerry Halliwell person? I don't know what that means.
Jerry Halliwell?
Yeah, I know who Jerry Halliwell is. I don't know what being a big Jerry Halliwell person is means. Does that mean, are we fans? Yeah, I don't know that I'd recognise her in the street these days. There you go. Anna's a big Jerry Halliwell person.
Big, massive.
Jack Port says, go to Swindon. We have steam railways, Magic Roundabout, and the air tattoo. Tell me more about Magic Roundabout. The air tattoo is just the flying about thing. Andy would like that.
Exactly. Not about
Yeah. Am I going to VidCon in London? Have they announced another VidCon in London? It was rubbish last year, but I imagine if they do another one, I'll probably go again. I go to all this stuff.
Very slow down.
2 people did a super chat. For some reason, super chats aren't showing up on my dashboard. Thank you to anyone who did super chat. I do appreciate it. I just don't know why I'm not seeing them.
It's time for bedtime. It's not bedtime, yeah?
Did an advert just play? I hope. I just pressed a button.
Time to go to sleep now.
Oh no. I hope an advert's not playing. I just pressed a button at the top of the screen that looks like a dollar sign.
It's time for bed.
No ad, don't worry, that's all right. Then I pressed a button at the top of the screen that looks like a dollar sign, thinking that'd tell me about the super chats, and it came up and flashed ad inserted. I'm like, oh no, don't put adverts on. I'm trying to chat to people, but they're saying there was no ad. Right, it's bedtime, is it? 3 more questions because I've then got to go and cook dinner. So 3 more questions. Magic Roundabout's a massive roundabout with 5 roundabouts on. I think Andy would like it. Did you hear that? Magic Roundabout is a big roundabout with 5 more roundabouts on it.
No.
I think Anna would probably have a heart attack just with me driving on it. What are we having for dinner? Probably just sandwiches because we ate out today. But I still need to get it ready and stuff. Christine asks, how is Andy's sleep? Is he still eating a special toast? And does that help with our summer plans if he sleeps better? He's not had the special toast for ages. He started refusing it, didn't he? He got to the point where he was refusing toast altogether. So he stopped putting the special ingredient and he started eating toast again. So his sleep is hit and miss. It's very up and down. Sometimes he'll get up at 3 or 4 a.m. and then he'll get super tired. Yeah, last night he was so tired at bedtime that he was just in floods of tears because the Xbox didn't do what he wanted it to do and he was just inconsolable. Not like meltdown, not raging, not anger. He was just crying. He was so upset about it. But it was because he was so tired. So, yeah, his sleep's very up and down. Why does Andy say female?
No idea.
Why does Andy do anything that Andy does? We don't
It's
know.
a female. Female.
Why don't you get Andy a 360 camera? Because they cost £400 and I already have one and he'd break it. When is the next vlog? Tomorrow, 5 p.m. We vlog. There's a video every day at 5 p.m. It's just sometimes they're live ones like this. So every day, it has been for more than 2.5 years now, every day. I would suggest if you want to gain Andy more independent, you should take him to the shop and let him bring his own crisps for his own food and just stand in the background. It's not as simple as that. He wouldn't do it. It's baby steps. There's a clip actually. It's going to be in tomorrow's vlog that I filmed today. There's a clip of hold on, I'm just blocking someone just for being a moron. Yeah, there's a clip in the vlog that will come out tomorrow of Andy doing a little bit of shopping, but it's very heavily supervised by Anna. What was my first vlogging camera? A Canon G7X Mark II. My first vlogging camera. Right, this is going to be the last question now because we've already gone over the time I was planning on using. So let's make it a good one. When's the next for Andy's eyes? Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, because he was filming today. Does Andy watch QI at 11 p.m? No. And I think we're going to wrap things up there. Hopefully you have enjoyed the live stream experience. If you have, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. The more thumbs up, some more interaction we get in the chat and in the comments afterwards, the more likely we are to do this kind of stuff more often. Like I said at the start, I'd like to do live stuff like this maybe 3 or 4 times a month, maybe three times a month seems about right. just because it's a nice way to have this direct interaction, and plus gives us that little bit of a gap from vlogging that we've not really had for the last couple of years. So hopefully you have enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a nice thumbs up on the way out. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, turn the notifications on and all that kind of stuff. And thank you very much for watching.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.